Hi, today we are in Mayfair and we are going to tour this beautiful Highland Homes model right behind us. Come on, let's go take a look. Come on in. Okay, so right when you walk in, just take note of the beautiful trim work on the walls, the chandelier. You've got this beautiful, I'm going to say this is engineered hardwood on the floors, that or it's luxury vinyl planking. But whatever they did here on the floor, they carried it up there in the ceiling and it's beautiful. It just automatically creates a very warm and inviting entryway. Love it. And up against this white, that contrast looks great. So right when you come in, you have beautiful double doors, and then you have an office space right here. Again, this is a Highland home here in Mayfair. So out here in Mayfair, the Highland Homes on the 60-foot lots, this is going to be one of your last opportunities to purchase a Highland home on a 60-foot lot here in Mayfair because they're almost sold out. Now, they do have a 50-foot product and they are selling those as well, so keep that in mind. But these homes typically don't last very long, and you can see why. They are beautiful homes, and they're gonna range from 3,000 square feet to a little more than 3,000 square feet, just shy of 4,000 square feet, if you will. And the price range is gonna be in the high sixes into the sevens. So this office here, they did this awesome wallpaper throughout the entire room, floor to ceiling. You do have nice built-ins. You have plantation shutters, nice chandelier, lots of natural light coming in from this beautiful window. And then you have the double glass doors here as well. So this is the first room right up front off the entryway. And then you have here, you're gonna have your linen closet. That's nice to put things because you're gonna have your first bedroom right up here as well. I do love these plantation shutters, and I just want you to take note of the shape at the very top, how they just kind of did that round. It's just a nice finished look. And of course, it goes with the shape of the windows there. Beautiful. I like how they did the curtains and the paint in this room with the tall ceilings. And then this bedroom has its own bathroom. And the walk-in closet, well, it's kind of a step-in closet. I'm not going to call this a true walk-in, but it is definitely a step-in closet. And it's right here, outside of the bathroom. And then you have a full bath. With a tub shower combination, you have this fun textured vertical tile here. And then you've got more of the ceramic tile on the side walls. But they took it all the way to the ceiling and it just definitely draws your eye up. Very nice. Okay, so right up front off the house, you have your office and you have your first bedroom, which is a true ensuite. And now we'll take you on to the rest of the home. So you have more of your entryway there with the double door and the transom above it. Office, bedroom, and then coming this way, you're gonna have this room here. So this is a true media room. You'll notice it doesn't have any windows, so it's naturally going to be darker, which makes for a great media room. And you've got the double doors right outside, so you can just close this in, kick back with the family, watch a nice movie. They did do a carpet in here. It's a very plush carpet. That'll also help with noise. Keep that in mind if you want a media room. I know a lot of people don't like carpet, but carpet sometimes is a smart design choice in a media room because it's going to help with the sound. All right, come with me. Doing these large mirrors in your entryway or in any space really can just make it seem more open and lighter and brighter. So I do like having the mirrors throughout the home. This area, you've got this nice archway here, breaking up, you know, kind of the foyer entryway. When your guests come in, these are things they're going to pay attention to for sure. It's just going to make them feel very welcomed. And you have this lovely trim here on the walls as well. And again, they put that beautiful, warm, rich wood on the ceilings in these trade areas as well as on the floor. So here you're gonna have your second bedroom, and you're also gonna have a coat closet. This room is cute, definitely more of a masculine feel. The walk-in closet is there outside of the restroom. And then in this room as well, it too is a true ensuite, so you will have a tub shower combo in here too, with that tile all the way to the ceiling. And this one they did the blues, kind of sticking with that more masculine feel. Warm, rich tones on the wood. Some black hardware on the doors. And these are nice paneled door. Well, not really paneled, but they have that inset, which just makes them look more finished and elevated. And they are very tall. To kind of put that in perspective, I'm 5'1", so you can see how tall these doors are, and then the ceilings as well. Coming in here, this is a beautiful space, and I just want to take a moment because I want to make sure that I highlight all of the features in here. So you of course have your kitchen open to this living space, open to another living space and dining. So you have this beautiful focal point of this fireplace. And to me, this is more of a reception area, a morning area where you can just sit and gather and just be focused on each other and conversation. You know, I can remember in my grandparents' home, they had their den, which is where they would, you know, usually in the den, you had the TV and it was more of an informal space. And then you had your formal living room where it was for conversation. And so this, to me, this would be more of where you would sit with friends when they're over and you would have your conversation. And this would be your focal point here. No TV, just a space to gather, have some wine, have coffee, just enjoy each other's company. No phones. And then right behind here, you would have, you know, a true dining space. And this is a table set for 6, but you know, you could put a bigger table here if need be. And then coming into the kitchen, you've got these beautiful double islands. And here you have seating at the island. So this whole space could just be full. I mean, you could gather with so many people in here. And you've got this beautiful apron front sink, drain on the right-hand side, beautiful materials, rich tones in the wood, and then on the base cabinets. And then they broke it up with the lighter cabinetry behind us. So double islands. They also have the built-in outlets. Love those. Just for practicality. I know we see those a lot in Perry homes. Again, this is a Highland home, but those just make sense. You know, if you've got small children or just people in general walking around the edge of your island, most of the time your plugs were here, but having them on the top just is less of a trip hazard, right? For kids, for people, for animals, all the things. So I do like that. And I love this contrast of the rich, warm wood on the base and then the light cream color on these upper cabinets. So gas cooking. This is a 5-burner gas top with the nice big drawers here underneath. I like the glass. I like the choice of the placement of where these glass inserts are on these upper cabinets, and that is going to be an upgrade. Anytime you see glass in cabinetry, you can pretty much bet that's going to be an upgrade. So just be mindful of that when you start, you know, doing your options and designs. And you have a step-in pantry here. Pretty decent size, I would say. But the nice thing about this, there's also a true butler's pantry. So if you felt like that was a little bit small, you have a full butler pantry in this home too. So you've got the 2 islands, you've got this nice built-in here with the oven and the microwave, your cooktop, your beautiful vent hood, your drop zone, and then here's the butler pantry. This is one space that I absolutely love because I am a crock pot cooker. I've got air fryers, crock pots, pressure cookers, all the things. I would keep all of those small appliances, my blenders, all of that in this space because I'm not using them a whole lot, but I don't want them out. I don't want them taking up space in my regular pantry where my food needs to be. I would put those types of things in here, and you have plenty of outlets. So you could do, you know, your coffee bar in here as well and just leave your space in the kitchen out for whatever else you needed. You have a nice beverage fridge here. Actually, is that a beverage fridge or a humidor? It's a beverage fridge, but you could put a humidor, right? Wine cooler. Nice cabinets, and I love these open shelves, and this is all built in, and it just feels very luxury. It feels very luxurious. It truly does. So, get your drop zone. Then coming this way, this is your laundry room. Look at this laundry room. This could be your craft room. Your kids could do their homework in here. Multi-use, multi-purpose space here. Racks, built-ins, cabinetry. Very smart. Very practical space. Functional space with your sink. I like that they did this tile. But this is one of those spaces, like this looks really pretty, and I love that they did this. But if you're trying to narrow down options and you want to, and maybe you're trying to pick and choose what you want, maybe this fun tile would be, that money spent here would be used somewhere else. Just a thought. Now the offices are over there, that would be your garage, but we're gonna not bother the nice sales people today, so we'll let them have their privacy over there. So this wing of the house, let's start with this bedroom and then we'll take you to the primary last. So here's another true ensuite. So each of the bedrooms have their own bathroom. So I love that for guests, for kids, for family, multi-generational living. Everyone has their own bathroom, so they truly feel they have their own privacy. And I like that the closets are outside of the bathrooms. You'll notice a lot of homes that we see and we walk through, you have to go into the bathroom to access a closet. That's just a personal preference. If you would rather have the closet outside of the bathroom, if you've noticed in this particular home, in this particular floor plan, all of the closets are outside of the bathrooms. Now this one is a shower only. So if you have somebody that doesn't really care for baths, this would be, I would think, their bedroom of choice because they just have the walk-in shower. And again, that tile goes all the way to the ceiling. They did a nice penny tile on the floor and then a 12 by 12 marble look-alike on the walls. I love this soft blue. I would almost say it's almost periwinkle. Honestly, this was about the color of my prom dress my junior year in high school. That's what it reminds me of. And then you have a powder room right here. So I love this. This would be for your guests because all of the other bathrooms are going to be in a bedroom. So you do have this here. This bathroom would be for your guests, anyone visiting the home. So they do not have to go into a bedroom. Beautiful wallpaper. Now, we're going to go into the primary closet. I don't know about you, but I love this closet. I love all of the built-ins. I would have done more at the very top. I understand why they didn't though. If you have something very tall that you needed to put on that top shelf to have the space from the top of that shelf to the ceiling, you could definitely have that space. But for me, I probably would have done another shelf because I would utilize that more. And you have these beautiful built-in drawers. Now, these are Kentmore cabinetry. and they took it all the way to the ceiling. And then you have the built-ins here at this end as well. So from the hallway into the primary closet, then you come into the primary restroom. You have this beautiful walk-in shower. It does have a little bit of a lip, so you are kind of stepping down about 4 inches. Y'all know me. You have a shelf here, and then you have this here, which is your glass insert, right? I would have liked a niche on either this wall or maybe a few more shelves here to put my soaps, because I'm not going to want to put them here in the window. I would want them here, but that's just me. And maybe a bench, you know, so I could put my leg up or sit down. I do like that they left the control here, because you can turn the water on and not be under the faucet. So you can turn your water on and not be standing in cold water. So I'll come out here. This tile on the floor has a lot of blues and creamy colors, and it feels it's very calming. It feels almost very coastal-like. And they took that same tile that's on the floor and they did it on the walls here. It's all throughout the shower. And then they broke that up with a different tile on the wall. So these are just design choices that make a big impact. These beautiful gold framed mirrors, and then the light fixtures. You've got 3, you know, 1 on each side and 1 in the center of this double vanity. You've got the drawers. This is truly built in, and it is beautiful. And then you have your makeup station here, your vanity, with another, you know, nice large framed in mirror with lights on either side. Something to think about with your electrician are things like that. Where do you want your lighting? Because lighting can make a big difference. These plantation shutters, I love these. I have these in my home, and I love them. I do. Your nice soaking tub here, and then your water closet is here with its own door. I know that's a must for me. But we'll pan back and show you. I just want to highlight too, these areas in your drywall. You see how this space is truly framed out. It's just inset. You've got your sheetrock here, and it almost just looks like a perfect frame for this tile and this area here. It's just truly built in. And they did the same thing here with this shower. It's just, it really just looks very custom. They did a good job. And then coming into your primary bedroom, they carried that same paneling that you have in the entryway. They did it in here in the primary. And I love where they ended it. It just creates a shelf and a stopping point visually, and then they did that beautiful blue paint that just brings everything up, and it just feels very, very cozy, elevated, just relaxing. Honestly, I love the color choice, and I love the design elements in this room. Bringing those curtains all the way up. These windows are beautiful, and all of these windows open. So if that's important to you, keep that in mind, because a lot of the times they're just picture windows and they don't open at all, but all of these windows will open. So if you want your windows open to let in some, you know, some airflow, these windows, we can do that. And this area is just framed out. It's bumped out. Love it. I do love the light fixture, but I would have a ceiling fan because it's Texas and it's hot. And you've got these lovely tall ceilings. You could definitely move some air with a nice fan in here. I love this. I love the paneling, the trim on the walls, and the barn door there for the restroom. And this is big furniture. This is a king size bed, big rug, oversized nightstands, oversized lamps, large artwork on the walls, and it still feels very open. What did you think of this home? When you come out of the primary, you're right back in here in the living space. You do have another linen closet here. Sorry, you have another linen closet here right before you enter the primary bedroom for your extra sheets and pillowcases and maybe, you know, extra dish rags or whatever you have extra for the kitchen as well. And this to me would be more of your I don't know. Maybe I'd put a TV in here. Maybe I'd put a TV above the fireplace over there. You have options. But this one also has the slider doors. And what I like about this is you have the slider door option here, but you also have a single door there as well. So if you didn't do slider doors, you could just do windows and have your one door here. Beautiful covered patio. This patio is special, and I say that because it runs in an L shape. So you have access off your living space. It's completely covered. It's really windy, so be careful because it's blowing the rugs up. But you have that tongue and groove in the ceiling. You've got lights all the way down. You could drop ceiling fans if you wanted. And then you have this L shape. So you have this awesome space here, and you're plumbed out for gas in that corner. So if you wanted to add a little outdoor kitchen, you could absolutely do that over there. But then you have this second space here. Again, you have that single door coming off the living room, and you have another set of double doors coming off that dining space that comes out to this space here. But what a great outdoor space. This is more of a conversational area, and that's more of a dining area, or you could flip-flop it and do dining and conversational, or both. Whatever you want. You have options. Options are good. So I'll take you back this way. Close these. I love slider doors, but I'm also going to be honest with you because I'm a realist, and I'm going to mention that as much as I love slider doors, in Texas we have mosquitoes and we have flies, and so just keep that in mind. As much as you are going to want to have those doors open to let in all of that lovely airflow, how often are you going to do that? And then are you going to want to deal with mosquitoes and flies and all the bugs that are going to come in too? Just food for thought. I'm just going to say we cook a lot outside. And so I know for me, as much as I love the slider doors and I love having them open, anytime we're cooking outside, the flies and the mosquitoes are just coming in. So just think about it. I do like that they have the slider doors here as well though, off the dining space. So you can just go right outside. Just want you to see, you have so many choices as far as where you could put your TV above here on the mantle. You could put it over there on that wall where the artwork is. You could put one in your bedroom. You have the media room still, so you could really truly not do any TV out here if you didn't want to. Beautiful home. I love all of the blue against the creamy and the white and the wood tones. I love that they did the brick here. I'll point out these windows are true picture windows, so they do not open. So if you want windows that open, just something to think about when you're choosing windows and you're choosing window placement. We have so much more to see in this community. I'm going to film all of the builders here in Mayfair, and I'm going to do a community over tour, which you probably have already seen if you're following along on the channel. And again, I am Shauna Hanover. I'm a local realtor. I live, work, and play right here in New Braunfels. And anytime you call, text, or email, it will always be me on the other side. I look forward to hearing from you, and stay tuned for the map video. I'll show you exactly where we are. All right, guys, I hope you liked the home tour. I have zoomed out here to show you where Mayfair sits in relation to New Braunfels. And let's dig into why Mayfair is so sought after. So here's Mayfair. It's all out here. Here's the new Costco. That right there is a huge draw for people to move into Mayfair. You can literally take your golf cart, drive your golf cart to Costco, load up on all your items, and drive it on back. I could see you guys getting little trailers for your golf cart, some extra trunk space, and some tie downs. Anyway, Costco is here. Mayfair is all out here. This is a master plan community with so much to come. It'll be very amenity heavy once it's done. You will have retail options, dining options, and just community, very community involved. It's, you know, it's a town within a town, and it is literally all out here. It's numerous builders, lots of floor plans, lots of choices, and that's where I come in. I am more than happy to help you navigate builders and be boots on the ground, get you, you know, the incentives of the week, because builder incentives do change quite often. But I do pride myself on the relationships that I have with those builders, and happy to represent you and guide you through. That's what I'm here for. So as you guys know, New Braunfels, Texas sits in between two major cities, San Antonio and Austin, and we are along Interstate I-35 corridor, which right now I'm traveling southbound on I-35 headed to San Antonio. One of the other master plan communities that I'm going to compare it to is going to be Veramendi. Veramendi is out here. Okay, so you can already tell we're a little bit across town, right? If commuting is important to you and you're, you know, you need to be close to I-35, Mayfair may be more of a draw for you. Veramendi sits along Loop 337, which goes around New Braunfels. Veramendi is going to put you closer to the heart of downtown, the historic part of New Braunfels, Schlitterbahn, Landa Park, the traffic circle, all of those things. You're literally 5 minutes from Landa Park, from Veramendi. From Mayfair to get to Landa Park, depending on traffic, I'm going to say that's going to take you probably at least 20 minutes, no less than 15. And that's just being real. And in the summertime, you can definitely count on traffic being worse, especially all down here. And that's because of Schlitterbahn, our famous water park. We also have two rivers that run right smack dab in the middle of town. You have the Guadalupe River and you have the Canal River. So we have lots of people that travel here, visit here for all of the fun water recreation activities that go on throughout the summer. Schlitterbahn will open Memorial Day weekend. You know, that's a big holiday weekend, and then they'll be open all, you know, during the week for the remainder of the summer. And so, yes, traffic does get worse here, but, you know, I'm just comparing these two master plan communities because it's a bit, there's a big difference in what you want to be close to. And the other major difference is going to be the school district. So over here in Veramendi, you're going to be in New Braunfels Independent School District, which is home of the Unicorns. If you are in Mayfair, you're going to be in Camal Independent School District, which is home of the Cougars. So, you know, both are great schools. They're both highly ranked. And I would say just, you know, find out what your kids are into, you know, whether it be extracurricular activities, sports, you know, if it comes down to which school, you know, you guys want to put the kids in, then look at those things. Let's compare, you know, what each one has to offer and what works best for you. Now, as I mentioned, Veramendi here is close to, you know, the heart of downtown, all the downtown, you know, adventures, Landa Park, Schlitterbahn. They have their HEB right here. And then to get to I-35 from Veramendi is, once you come out of the community from Borchers Boulevard, you'll be on Loop 337, and you would take it this way and then, you know, connect to Interstate 35 here. In all honesty, that's going to take about 10 minutes. Could be less, could be more, but plan for at least 10 minutes. Versus Mayfair, you come out of the community, I mean, it's a 2-minute and you're right on the interstate. It's right there. So that's a huge draw. And then all of this here is Creekside. And inside Creekside, you can see here, there's a major hospital. You have Resolute Baptist Hospital right here. You're going to have Target, JCPenney's, lots of shopping options, including Hobby Lobby, Belk. There's a Burlington Coat Factory. I mean, they add to it all the time. Men's Warehouses in Creekside. And then there's tons of dining options. You have everything from Panera Bread to Panda Express to PF Chang's, what else? BJ's, Lupe Tortilla. Oh my gosh, so many to choose from. And then you also have, you know, dental options and orthodontists and some, you know, bars and nightlife. And you've got Topgolf and a movie theater and a new pickleball place. So there's so many things that are just right here by Mayfair. And then you have an HEB Plus. So HEB Plus is going to be your grocery store, but they're going to have more. They're going to have more things for your home, more things for your garden, not just food. And they're also going to have things like, you can, decide what kind of peanut butter you want, more personalization at the HEB Plus. So that's awesome. And then of course, right across the interstate, you've got Creekside, including Buc-ee's. So you've got great gas prices over here, probably the best in town. Between Buc-ee's and the HEB Plus, they usually have the best gas prices in New Braunfels overall. So I think, to me, this is, like I said, between just what is convenient for you, what do you want your lifestyle to look like. Both of these master plan communities are going to be very amenity heavy. They're going to be very community involved. They're going to have green space, parks, pools, all the things. But what school district do you want to be in, and what do you want to be close to, and how do you want to spend your weekends? That, to me, is the biggest difference. So I hope this helps. And oh, let me point this out too. Stars and Stripes Drive-In Theater. I cannot talk. Anyway, that is a fun place. If you've never been to a drive-in movie theater, you guys got to check this out. This is fun. And again, it's right by Mayfair. And then you've got the Texas Ski Ranch here as well. So lots to do within this, 3 to 5 mile stretch. And you've got everything you need. So, like I said, I hope this helps. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm always here to help. It's always me on the other side. You can call, text, or email me. Shauna Hanover, realtor right here in New Braunfels, Texas. I live, work, and play right here, and I'm here for you guys. I'll see you on the next tour.